Matthew, what's up?
Oh, just chilling.
Chilling.
Having a little Dr. Pepper.
Oh yeah, what's spicing up that Dr. Pepper?
Nothing. I am just doing it for the caffeine, baby.
You're a real hardcore animal.
I am.
Boy, I hope you really pump up your enthusiasm here.
I'm super happy. I'm so excited.
Oh boy. Why do you sound like Eeyore when you're happy and excited?
I'm so happy.
Yeah. Has your wife ever told you you sound like Eeyore when you're happy or excited? This is the best day of my life. Matty F on his wedding day.
Oh, baby. Right there.
This hits the spot. Do you, in fact, have a tail that nails to your backside and periodically falls off? And
Yeah, you know that about me.
I did.
Everybody knows that about me.
Well, it's a little known fact that Matty F has a tail that's nailed to his buttocks.
Yeah, real ones know.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, you're excited to do this or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Matty F, once you reach a certain age, your entire life revolves around time. Have you discovered this?
Time? Yes.
Time.
We're all on that slow march toward death. Is that what you're talking about?
We're all goose stepping our way right into the grave, right?
I don't know about goose stepping, but
okay, well, some of you out there are, you stupid bigots. I mean, it all revolves around time. Do you have time? There's never enough time. Time to go. Time's up. I ran out of time. It's a bad time. Just in the nick of time. Time flies. So many schedules and deadlines and appointments and social obligations and expectations. Matty F, it's exhausting.
It's overwhelming, honestly. That really painted a picture.
I mean, basically, in my mind, your entire adult existence balances precariously on two social constructs of time. Are you ready for this?
Sure.
Late and early. It's a delicate teeter-totter of social constructs between the both, you see. The early bird gets the worm, so don't stay up too late unless your job requires you to work late for second shift, in which case I don't even know when you can get up early to get the worm. And if you work third shift, you work even later, but you're also already up early when the rest of us folks are trying to get the worm, so you might be a night owl and the earliest bird. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good, because I'm barely following any of this.
I was going to say, do you ever do that thing where you're sitting there and you're like, well, in 9.5 hours, I will be on my way to work.
I just did it right before we started this dumb show. Are you kidding me? I got to get up at 5:30 a.m. Imagine how I feel right now. Ugh. Ooh, indeed. I mean, speaking of work, it's frowned upon to get to work late, so you should get there early. If you frequently get to work late, you'll get reprimanded. If you frequently get to work early, you'll get no additional praise.
Yeah, we've got some people that show up to work like an hour and a half early just to hang out. And I'd like to know what's going on in those brains.
I used to work at the same retail paradise that gainfully employs Matty F. And yeah, there used to be a bunch of shitbrick losers that would get there so early because all their best friends worked at this joint. And they had no friends outside of this establishment. And I always just shook my head and was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and then when you say, hey, do you want to start early since you're here? No.
No, hang it out.
Just here for the fun.
Why don't you hang out off a very tall cliff, sir? Because you are really getting my goat. It's bad to get to work late, but it's good to get to a party late because it's awkward if you get there early. Don't you agree?
Well, for me, it's awkward to get there at all, but yes, more awkward to be early for sure.
How awkward?
Then you gotta
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say because then you're expected to help set up. or you're in the way.
Yeah. How awkward are you at your average house party, Matt?
My average house party. Let's see. When's the last time I was at a house party? Oh God. I can't even remember. I'm usually I'm the guy that sits there and like hopes there's a dog or a cat that I can pet. So that's kind of my thing.
It's very important to stake your claim on a spot when you're at a house party. Generally, what I do, I post up in one particular spot, and I never leave that spot. That's my comfort zone, and I refuse to leave it. House parties are the worst. Agreed?
What happens when you have to pee?
I mean, I'll just whiz on the floor and say I spilled a drink.
It's time to go.
It's time to go. I mean, I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. That's a phrase, but you can't be too late if you're on a date because then it seems like you don't care. But you can't be too early because then you seem desperately enthusiastic. Delicate balance.
True. It's a razor's edge, buddy.
Oh my God. Better late than never is a phrase that people who are never early say. It's also a phrase that socially inept people say. If you ask someone out too late, then you'll wish it was never because that person is already with someone who balanced on that delicate tightrope between early and late. You got to have a compass in your head that goes early, late, in between. That's your spot. Hit the in between, Matt. Come on.
Buddy, is this like a Shel Silverstein book or something that you're writing?
Absolutely.
Is this like an homage?
I am spitting wisdom.
You're spitting bars, man.
I'm spitting mad rhythm right now. I mean, it's never too late is another phrase that people say to justify procrastinating. And instead of getting things done early, these people wait until later, stack up enough laters, and then that never disappears and it's just too late. Okay?
I'm sorry. That just made me think of that 3 Days Grace song. It's never too late.
See? Even Grace knows, all three of them. They know it's never too late. I mean,
oh, man, look at it.
I mean, get that pain in your neck checked out before it's too late. Too late, speaking of, because early prevention is the key. Otherwise, your husband or wife might be late, as in my late husband, as in dead. Do you understand? It's getting real grim with these lates and earlies.
Or she could be late, and it's a good thing.
Oh, yeah,
the bright side.
My spouse's period is late because I came early. See, there we go again. Damn it.
You've done it again.
Ugh. My credit cards are maxed out and my payments are late. It's not looking like early retirement is an option for me. The list goes on and on. My God, when will it stop? When will we learn? Early and late are our worst enemies, Matt. Have I convinced you?
You've convinced me of something. I'm just not quite sure yet. I feel panicked. Is that the right response?
Panic is the right response. You should be very, very stressed out. I know you're constantly stressed. I don't mean to add to that anxiety, but I kind of do because you need to be aware. You came to this realization too late. And I wish I would have gotten to you earlier.
But it's not too late for you, dear listener.
It's not too late for you, dear listener. Strike early. Unless it's inappropriate to do so. Then strike later. But not too late. Because if you're too late, you miss the boat. If you miss the boat, another one might not come in tomorrow. I know tomorrow, there's always tomorrow, but, maybe not. You got to get these thoughts in your head early, Matt.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm just popping wisdom into your skull. I don't know what else you want me to say.
You're hammering it in there, buddy.
Oh, my God. I got to hammer it with a mallet and a chisel. You are so dense. If there's one more thing, one more spot of wisdom I could give you, it's this, Matt. Are you listening?
I'm ready. I'm waiting for it.
It's too late.
Hurry up. We're running out of time. I got to know the wisdom.
It's too late. I'm over it. Drop that beat, D-boy.
Put it in. We're drinking summer shandy on Thursday. We so motherfucking out here, though. We never been this out here. Woo! time, baby. When I've been working like a working man do, got my act together, gonna walk all over you. Pressure pushing down on me, pushing down on you. Shit, let's raise the roof. Woo! About time, it's the era of the rebels. Cloud nine in the air up in the vessels. Generation fearless, got a taste for weirdness. Flow on fire, that's the way my beard is. Hard times, jump starting the grind. It's all good, y'all. Things fall apart sometimes. Let it go, let me know when you're ready to. Don't push me, cuz to the edge I'm close. When the time comes, ride for something. Or live to be 90 and then just die for nothing. Speak their heart, your baby, speak their mind. And I'ma play their part, and I'ma freak that rhyme one time for you. Rhyme one time for you. I'm an island, man. There ain't nothing else by me, man. And I drink enough whiskey to float a battleship around this bitch any motherfucking how. Wow. All up in the mix and the place to be.
Welcome to the Miserable Retail Slave Show. I'm coming to you from the Pod Shack outside beautiful Bay City, Michigan. My name is Randy, and with me is my special guest. Oh my God, so special indeed. It's Matty F. Say hello to Matty F, all the people.
I am here. I'm also a content creator. I am happy to be bringing you content with my friend Randy.
That's kind of disgusting how you said that. Content creator. What are you, some
Listen,
kind of
man,
creep over here? What do you got, a mustache? A pencil-thin mustache is what you have, isn't it?
It's a coping mechanism, buddy. I am not a customer service representative. I am a content creator. I create content. First and foremost.
We all got our weird quirks. You know, we got a content creator polluting all your ears. I'm sorry, dear listener. Oh,
I'm not an influencer, though. It's okay.
no, thank God. You would influence me to drink and drive with your sad attitude. That's for sure.
Hey, come on, man. Why you got to be like that?
Oh, it's just my internet persona. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'll be more caring and cherish you when the podcast is done. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good.
Cool.
You can coddle me later.
I will coddle you. That's a weird way to say cuddle. Interesting. Matty F comes from a podcast that's routinely ripping off this one, or it did in its heyday. You know, he's from the Flummoxed podcast. Yes, Flummoxed. What does that mean? Lord only knows. It's a SEO nightmare, is what it is.
That's true.
It is true. Why don't you tell the people real quick what you do on that there, Flummoxed?
I would say it's loosely planned. We go in there with, your basic fishbone skeleton outline of what we're going to talk about. We call it in the ring. It's extemporaneous and just I don't know where it's going.
Oh shit, we got a couple of master improv artists.
I don't know about that. I've tried that in the past, like way in the past. I tried doing like, let's you can be a character. My buddy Brandon, you be a character. First words out of his mouth, we were all cracking up. So there's no improv comedy, but there is. I
love your buddy Brandon. He routinely provides artwork for all my many podcasts in the Empire.
I'm gonna say I knew there was a reason I brought that up.
Yeah, probably so. Good old Brandon. Oh, Matt. Oh, by the way, dear listener, I don't know if you know this about me and this Matt, but we have a Seinfeld podcast that we recorded about, 6 months ago.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Good news. It's coming out soon. I actually edited the first episode yesterday, so it's actually happening.
Let's go, baby.
Let's
break it down right now. How good was it?
Oh,
Come on.
Pretty great.
Notes.
I'm going to play a snippet of it a little bit later when we take a quick little short little break. But yeah, it's good stuff. So if you like the Seinfeld, if you like my golden tones, if you can deal with Matt, then you should listen. It's called That's a Shame.
That's a shame.
Yeah. A Seinfeld rewatch podcast thing. So that's good. Also, I used to work with Matty F at the Retail Paradise that gainfully employed me. And I escaped that shithole. I mean,
Yeah, you did.
Matty F's still keeping it real. He'll never sell out. He's punk rock at its finest. I tell you what.
I'm so loyal, buddy.
You
Can't
are
even believe it.
You are the definition of a ride or die. That's what you are.
That's right.
I mean,
Has nothing to do with the fact that I don't think I'd be good at anything else. Has nothing to do with that.
not at all. I mean, the name of the show is Miserable Retail Slave. And dear listener, can you think of anyone that sounds more miserable than this poor sap? Oh my God.
Ow!
Ow, ow, sick burn. Hot takes. Let's go. It's
Bringing the energy.
It's funny because I escaped the retail paradise, and I periodically miss the whole concept of working retail. I know that comes as a shock for someone who's entrenched in the war, but man, it's not all roses on the other side.
Yeah, in theory, it sounds nice. I don't mind the concept of, like, especially the past year and a half where we were essential. You know, we're like doing a service for people. You know, helping them out. You know.
Well, I mean, I was essential for a little bit there. I was
Yeah.
part of that up until last October, and then I was like, "Oh, this is it." And the show marches on. There was no tears shed for me.
Yeah.
The great ship
you
retail
didn't even
must
get a
sail.
cake.
I didn't get a fucking cake. All these randoms that I barely knew got cakes, and I didn't get a cake. I'm like, I'm a cool dude, and people like me. Why don't I get a cake?
Yeah, I think everybody should get a face cake when they leave.
Absolutely, little face cake, save face. I mean, you gave up enough of your prime years at a joint that doesn't appreciate you. You might as well get a little cake out of the operation.
Yeah, it sounds like that Dusty Rhodes promo.
It's hard times, baby.
No faith cakes, daddy.
No cake. No faith cakes for me, daddy.
Did anyone get that? No, probably
No.
just us.
No. I tell you what, right now, you're going to give the American dream some little cakes, some cupcakes, if you will.
Reach out your hand.
That's going to be the rest of the podcast. Weird Dusty Rhodes impressions.
Yeah, we're just going to do an old school wrestling podcast. There's not enough of those. Let's do it.
Shoot your shot.
That's right, Dr. Penrose. You need to shoot your shot. And
The doctor.
We are shooting for vintage wrestling. But I mean, I was thinking about it, and there's a few things I miss about retail. One, I actually miss the schedule variance. I miss actually the random days when I could stroll in there at the stroke of noon. Because I am a night owl, and I don't like getting up in these mornings. These mornings are no good. We have to get rid of these mornings.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think the world should start until at least 9 a.m. Because, like, the weird thing about, like, rising up those ranks and getting
right.
seniority is that I've worked, like, the past 5 days I've worked at, like, either 5 or 6 a.m. as if that's some sort of benefit. And I got to tell you, man, you don't get used to it ever.
No, you don't. All. It's not a reward, people. Oh, you can have first shift. You're out at 3. Oh, but guess what? I'm dead the rest of the day, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
I stumble around like I'm one of Rick Grimes' favorite targets. It's no good for anyone. And here's the thing. So in retail, you develop a relationship with a bunch of fools, and some of them you become friends with, and some of them are mere acquaintances you tolerate, and others you never acknowledge ever in the history of your world. But it's understood that at any given time, you can look at one of your fellow retail colleagues there and say, God, today sucks. This sucks. This job sucks. I hate this place. On average, Matty F, how often do you hear the phrase, I hate this place, in any given day?
Oh, the past month or two, it's gone up exponentially. Like 50 times a day.
I can only imagine. And here's the thing. On the other side, when you have a quote-unquote respectable job, It's all fake. Ain't nobody saying they hate shit, even though they do.
Oh, are they living the dream?
Oh, living the dream. The best life ever.
Do you have one of those motivational posters up on the wall, like hang in there? His cat just hanging there by his claws.
No,
Is that you?
I refuse to have such a thing in my office. No.
Are
No.
you wearing khakis?
Not currently, but in about 2 more weeks, I'll have to wear those damn khakis.
Sweater vests?
No, collared shirt.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you should go double collared shirt. I think you should bring that back.
I'm
Pop
in
those
a,
bad boys.
I'm in a fleet of professional daddom now. That's what I am. I'm professional dad. Ugh.
Okay.
Look at me with my work appropriate jokes and my casual attire, but not too casual. Oh, no. You can't
New
let on
Balances.
that you have a personality. You got to wear those khakis so you're camouflaged. Your personality's camouflaged, you see?
Yeah, no personality anymore.
No, it's not allowed. You can't do it. You cannot do it. I mean, what's your favorite thing about retail? I want to know that.
Oh God, it feels like therapy. What's my favorite thing about
that's
retail?
right. I want to know.
Okay, I honestly do like that the position I'm in isn't just straight up cashier.
Sure.
Like I do have a lot of other tasks that I do. And I do feel engaged when I'm doing those things, kind of like the office part of my job, which quite frankly, I'm in sort of a new position now where I have more responsibilities like that. And quite frankly, that job should be an office job. It's like, hey, write the schedule for the entire front end while ringing up someone's lottery tickets. A little ridiculous.
Right.
But I do like the fact that I am not just confined to like one spot ringing up groceries all day. That would drive me crazy.
I would probably run headfirst into a brick wall if I ever had to do that. When I worked
It's
there,
crazy.
When I worked there, I just stocked shelves, obviously, and it was great because I had a lot of freedom and everyone left me alone because I did a great job. When you do a great job in retail, people don't fuck with you, and that's the best.
Yeah, you do a good enough job to be left alone, but like not so well that you're volunteered for things.
Sure.
I think you found that balance pretty well.
Oh, yeah. I learned from one of the older curmudgeon employees there that don't learn too much or they'll make you do more than you have to do. I'm like, okay.
Was that your older namesake that taught you that?
Absolutely it was. Is he still there, by the way?
He's a beauty. Oh, I think he's still there like once a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still holding it strong.
Just departing wisdom on me in the break room.
I am sure.
While he pours his coffee.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's weird though. Like you see a bunch of these people every single day, and I worked with several of them for years and years and years, and I talked to, you, and I talked to Grant randomly on Twitter every now and then. And I talked to Cassidy. Remember Cassidy? I talked to her every now and then. And that's all I communicate with ever. And that's kind of sad too.
You've interacted with Grep a little bit. There's one more for you.
A little bit, but I mean...
Yeah, but there's so much turnover now that you just can't keep track anymore.
Well, that's what I learned. If you're in retail long enough, you learn never to grow any attachment to any sort of fellow because... they're probably out the door sooner rather than later. I mean, go ahead.
I did say that as a joke to somebody once. Like, I said, oh, I don't get too attached to people here because they leave so soon. And then like one of the new people took that seriously and they thought I was very weird because of that. I was like, no, I'm just not talking to you because you're 17 and we have nothing in common. Go back to work.
Yeah. Well, it's true, though. I mean, I remember there was a time where 3 people I talked to on a regular basis and considered friends all left within a matter of like 2-3 days, just randomly up and quit. And I'm like, okay, that's why I don't talk to anybody ever because this happens.
Hell yeah. Yep. It's worse now, bud.
Well,
But we're staying positive today, right? Is that what we're doing? I don't know.
You gotta stay positive in this life.
Yeah.
You're such a glass half empty tone of voice, though.
No, I think it is epic and cool that people are, deciding that they're worth more. That straight up. Not. I am 100% on board with that.
Oh, nothing made me happier than when I read that report that all these people were not going back to retail after the pandemic because they were seeking better options for their lives and careers. And I'm like, it's about fucking time, because you have to deal with a lot of nonsense that doesn't matter. A lot of reports and 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 planograms and
Coupons and
stupid people. Ugh.
just the dumbest. Yeah, it's kind of funny how people can watch the news and see, oh man, people aren't going back to low paying jobs, and then like walk up to a random person at a grocery store and say, why is there only one check lane open? Like, come on, people, get with the program here.
It's because you've been a massive old shit for 80% of your life. And those young kids with nothing but hopes and dreams in their hearts, they ain't got no time for you. They realize they can do something better with their lives and their time. So,
Yeah, can't look down on people and tell them to get a better job and then get mad at them when they do.
yeah. Oh my God. When I first started there, I mean, I really needed that job desperately because I had been unemployed for like a year or two. I couldn't find anything, and this place took pity on this poor soul. And when I first got there had already been a lot of journeymen that had been there for like 5-6 years, and they were haggard and veterans at the tender age of 2021.
Right.
And I'm not even making this up. I don't know if you remember this, but there used to be this thing going around the store that the Promised Land was working at Applebee's. Man,
What?
Man, I could get me this job at Applebee's, make $10 an hour plus tips.
My God.
I'm like, that's not any better. Oh yeah, Jeremy, he went and got a job at Applebee's. Yeah, he's making bank now. Is he though? Is that better? Wow. And I wish it was just a random occurrence, but I shit you not, I heard this like so many times from so many different youngsters, like kids. Let me pull up a chair.
That feels like a different world, man.
Yeah, it was a different world. That was like 6-7 years ago. I'm like,
oof.
Youngins, pull up a chair and sit around crisscross applesauce. I'll tell you about life, because Applebee's is not Valhalla. I'll tell you that. You do not go there. That's not a warrior's heaven, okay? Just get that out of your mind.
Yeah, that's the bad ending, I think.
The other thing I like about retail, boy, you meet some characters along the way. Not even customers, people you work with. Do you remember? I'm sure you do. That random citizen that got hired there and only talked in a fake accent the whole time and got fired for it. What the fuck?
That was so confusing.
What country did he even say he was from? Like, what? Who does that?
I lived in Germany. I think that's what he would say.
Oh,
he lived in, and he was like, yeah, and it was a very nondescript European accent.
Oh,
and it's so weird. It was like he was gaslighting everyone, because like I didn't care enough to like research who he was, but people who were his age were like, yeah, no, he's making this up. He does not talk like that. And I want to say I wanted to respect him for committing to the bit, but it got to a point where it was kind of concerning. Like, what are you doing, bud?
I really hope he's a theater kid, or
I hope so.
He was filming a YouTube channel, a YouTube vlog or something.
Yeah, some sort of social experiment.
That's how old I am. I said YouTube vlog. No,
I mean, those still exist, right?
I don't know. They're all on those TikToks.
Buddy, TikTok's ruined my brain, like even more than it already was.
You got that ADD from the TikTok now, do you?
Pretty sure I already have ADHD. I will never get it checked out because America. But yeah, just giving me a steady flow of 1 minute videos, finely tuned to an algorithm that suits me, has just made my attention span go to zero. It's crazy.
Just
There's some good stuff on there though.
Constant hits of serotonin dumps in your brain.
That's right.
Man.
I've never made a TikTok though, so that's not going to happen. You won't see me dancing to Justin Bieber anytime soon.
Well, I would like to see that. I'm not going to lie. That would be something to see, I think. I mean, oh boy. The other thing I miss about retail, I miss the mindlessness of it. Like putting my body on autopilot and thinking about all the other things.
You just become like a vessel for green peppers going onto a shelf.
Absolutely.
And then you're just working out like what you want to talk about on your podcast.
Yup. I had so many great ideas just working 8 hours there. I'm going to work out a whole tight 15 when I'm stocking shelves here. It's going to be great.
Yeah, there's a few times where I've been doing that where I've been like disassociating and like thinking of other things as I'm like counting money back to people. And I just like, I'm like, what am I even doing right now? Like, I've just given the wrong change to people or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to be careful with that.
Oh, you don't have to be careful with that. Be
Disassociate as much as possible, kids.
Yes, thank you. I mean, you're killing the hopes and dreams of America right now. How dare you?
Right. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
You can do it.
The grass is not greener on the other side, Matty F, and I'll tell you why. Because somebody pooped on the bathroom floor today.
What?
Yeah, at work. And that's only less astonishing than the time that there was a serial pooper going around defecating on the floor and hiding it under rugs and loose carpets. I'm not making any of this up. It was found in different rooms and on different occasions.
Oh no. Is he still at large?
The serial pooper has not been found at this time.
Or she,
you know.
The pooper could be a woman.
Women poop too, ladies and gentlemen.
But
you know?
doctor, I'm the pooper.
What? What is that?
I don't know. I think I was referencing something. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up later.
Oh God, we got a reference guy, folks. Let me drop an obscure reference only I get, and I'll get a chuckle about it, and you'll go, whoo.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like
That's what I do best.
Like your style.
Hey.
You ever shit on a bathroom floor, Matty F?
I don't know. No, I haven't. Can't say that I have. Unless I was like 2, probably when I was 2.
Okay.
I'll bet.
You seem like a classy gentleman. I refuse to believe you would ever defecate on a floor surface.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. How about this? Yesterday I was at the Walmart. You know, they've got people at this Walmart. And I was waiting for this old lady to drive by. I like how the fact that she was just going to run me over if I dare walk in front of her. And as she drove by, I noticed she had a little yellow bird on her dumb shoulder. Driving around with a bird on her shoulder to Walmart.
This was indoors, like on an Amigo?
No. She was in her car. I was walking into the store, and she had a bird on her shoulder in the car. She took the time to grab her bird, put it in the car, be like, we're going on a car ride, bird. Sit on my shoulder.
My glasses, my keys, my purse, my bird. I need my bird.
Where's my bird? I misplaced my bird.
Can't go out without my bird.
And it's like pecking at her ear, and I'm like, do you ever think you'll be one of those kooky olds, Matty? Really just lose your ever-loving mind like that?
Probably. Whenever I forget something that I should know, I think I'm losing my mind. And I do have birds in my backyard. So,
Oh,
I mean,
you're
I
going to
do,
become a birdman.
yeah, I've got a fleet of chickens in the backyard. I don't think I think it's supposed to be flock, but I think fleet sounds better. It sounds like they're tactical, like weapons-based chickens. So, yeah, I've got those. And I have put them on my shoulder before. So, we're about halfway there.
You had a hen on your shoulder before?
Sure.
Sure, he says. I mean, that's the American dream. You're out there with all these animals getting fresh eggs every morning.
Yeah, that's right.
Eggs or
The
eggs?
best kind of eggs.
Oh, okay.
Eggs? What are we from Michigan?
Eggs. Eggs.
Yeah, where do you stand on this divisive issue? Eggs or eggs?
It's definitely eggs. Because I don't
I think
say
so, too.
leg, I say legs.
Yeah, that's right.
And I say it with that tone as well.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, baby, nice legs. That's right.
No, I never say that. I'm like, nice gams. Got some nice gams there.
You got a couple of gams that go all the way to the floor.
Damn, girl, I like the way you glide across that floor with them gams. Woo.
Hello, I saw you from across the room. Nice gams.
Yeah. Hey, girl, hey.
Yeah, if anyone, I don't know if you still give out dating advice on the show.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I do not.
If you're ever you got to go into crowded rooms and look across them. That's the first step.
Uh-huh.
So that one's for free.
Yeah. Go into a crowded room,
Mm-hmm.
look across them. If some fetching lass catches your eye and you hear a cheesy 80s power ballad in your mind, it must be love.
Yep. That's right.
Walk up to her and say, hey, girl, hey, nice gams. And you'll probably, well, I don't want to ruin that. What's going to happen? No spoilers here.
Yeah, shoot your shot and then see what happens.
You need to shoot your shot.
Yeah, just try it out.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Just try it out. What could go wrong?
What do you have to lose? Give me grandchildren. Come on.
Come on. I'm not
Give
getting
us
any younger.
grandchildren.
I've waited my whole life for 'em. Not getting any younger here.
What have we become, Randy?
Oh, God.
You never come over anymore. Okay.
It's like you don't even care.
Exactly. My mom babysat the other day, and when I picked up my daughter, I left with a wok and some banana bread. So it's like, yeah, I'm really into cooking fried rice lately. I'm having a good time with it, but my wok's kind of small. And she's like, oh, shit, I got a wok for you. Here you go. And she's like pushing it at me. Like, here, take it. So,
Hey, Matty, take my wok. Was my wok not good enough for you? What am I, chopped liver?
Do me a personal favor and take my wok.
Take my wok. Go on, take my wok.
We're just all over the place. Like,
walk this way.
Mothers from all over the world, yeah.
Walk this way. That's a hilarious pun. Thank you. Matty didn't laugh. He was too busy talking over me.
That's right. Dude, that's how you make comedy. You just talk over each other.
Oh, boy.
It works for the Sklar brothers, so.
I don't care about those. They look alike, and that freaks me out.
Yeah, what's that all about?
What's that all about? Would you come from Would you come from the same egg? Ugh. What do you got? Time here? Because we're gonna take a quick short little break. Is that okay?
I'll allow it.
Thank you. We're gonna take a quick short little. You're listening to MRS, the miserable rejection Sasquatches. We'll be right back.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
There's nothing more refreshing than tuning into the Miserable Retail Slave podcast.
Well, except for a heckler at one of Fat Tommy's wannabe comedy shows. Have you ever seen Tommy? He's a mixture of cow shit, a millennial, and a hipster, all thrown into a burlap sack, mixed up to make his bubble fat fucking slob ass. Fuck that guy. Anyways, back to the task at hand. Hyping the Miserable Retail Slave podcast. Listen to this show. Trust me, it's that good. Even the Tommy part. So don't sit around like a fat-ass Tommy. Just listen to this great and original material that these guys put out. Trust me, I endorse this podcast 100%. This is your neighborhood hype man. Over and out, let me tell you.
No joke. Fuck, I get what haters say. All I did was stay the same. Cut to fat, came to rage. Cut to black on the crazy train. In, wheels off. My dope in, let my scalp peeled off. Skills saw with the pen, I'm raw. Don't doubt D-boy, y'all gon' learn about that boy, he go hard. Ben Wallace, 10 haters got 10 Wallace. I came broken, I left ballin', that's no joking. That's George calling, I'm here. Ain't that a fact? Lil' Pip boy, I kick it like Pack-a-Lack. We the rap pack, you a pack of rats. Get tracked into the crack like, oh, snap. Kush packs, cracker packs. Blowing up to the track collapse. With a white girl with the fattest ass. Break the ice, you catch a bash, yeah, fish in the barrel. Hood hippie apparel. See me on the beat like Christmas and Christians with carols. And it's the radical, tactical, magical, sagittal, suture splitter. Future spitter, boo. Here's a cheers to new beginnings. Boo the Ripper, yeah. He who do it different than you. Who is this ludicrous rhymer spitting? Is written so smooth. When I seen some hustle money here, I've been ballin', getting buckets in the hood, homie. Say what you would about it. I know you thought you could, motherfucker, but you ain't cut like that. You's a bitch like that. You ain't from my cloth. Put the city on my back. Put that city on the map. You in my city making that whack shit. That's what the facts here. Man up and face 'em, I went crazy on some hippie shit. I'm back where I came from. Who's highs? Oh, you know it's D-boys. Since I taught 'em about an hour north of Detroit. Who you think you're fucking with? My Buddha's thinking public. I do this cause I love to spit in you. Thought you just a bitch. What you really wanna know about some gangsta shit? What you really wanna know about some gangsta shit? Yeah. Well, I'm wildin', getting white, boy. And all that talking that they talking, that just white noise. I don't hear that. Yeah, I'm tone deaf. You get auto-tuned out. By my computer brain, birds due south. Damn, I'm cold. I got some franchise hoes. I'm a muddy water boy. It's a landslide, though. How I do my thing. Smoking on some of that super dang. Go out, come back, spun boomerang. Hey, you, get off on my cloud. Yeah, I'm just to the
Welcome back to the Sausage. How's everybody doing today? Do us a great big favor. Go to that Facebook.com. Join our Facebook group, Miserable Retail Slave Search It. Special guest tonight is Matty F. He's filling in for that co-host Tommy, who's out being a comedy man. So busy with the comedy, making all the people laugh across this great country of ours. I mean, if you're in Missouri, if you live in Missouri, he's coming to a dive bar near you. So watch out, world. He on his way. Matty F from the Flummoxed podcast. How the fuck are you?
That's me. I'm bringing the energy of an NPR host to your show.
Oh my God,
I hope you're ready for it.
Terry grossing it up over here. Jeez, why don't you ask me some pressing questions now?
What do you think of nuclear disarmament?
Well, you see,
just in general.
Yeah, well, I'm in favor of it because I saw when I was a young boy, I saw Superman 4: A Quest for Peace. I don't know if you remember that one, but my God, there was the nuclear man in it. Oh man, and this nuclear man scared the ever-loving dickens out of me because I don't know, he was fighting that Superman. And all of a sudden, his fingernails grew into claws. Like he was a weird fake nail lady. And he scratched the neck of Superman like a real catty bastard. And Superman was like, my neck. And I always remembered that, and it really freaked me out. So
He
nuclear
said,
weapons.
on my neck.
Well, I'm paraphrasing. I'm paraphrasing, okay? I don't remember it that clearly. I just remember being traumatized and scarred for life, okay?
So what you're saying is it was like one of those guys from the Guinness Book of World Records. What he grew his nails and they like got like 10 feet long and they curled around at the end.
Yeah.
And he was just swinging them around.
Well, something like
It's
that.
called Nuclear Man.
Yeah, it's probably why I chew my nails to this day.
That's right.
Yeah.
I can believe that.
My grandfather and my dear departed grandfather, his best friend growing up, he always said was in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most one-arm push-ups.
Interesting. How many? I'm gonna say. Hold on. 327.
I don't know. You know what? I should look it up and see if this is folly or not.
Are we talking like all like lifetime one-handed push-ups? Because I could probably beat that. Like you got all the time in the world. Or are we talking like until you drop?
Until you drop. He was. This was in the 40s when people did such things.
Oh yeah, he while smoking a cigarette, he would just like roll up his sleeves, put one arm behind his back. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, those
men were men.
Yeah, absolutely, they were. Those were tough men. I mean, they could bench press a Buick if they wanted to. I think back in the day,
they had to.
They had to.
How you started a car back then?
You got to bench press that fucker. You didn't have a jack, you know. Who could afford that? Just had to put it on your back and go. So this amputee, former Army sergeant, did 54 one-arm push-ups in 1 minute, wearing a 40-pound pack on his back as well. That's a man right there.
I don't think I could do that many regular push-ups in that amount of time.
I used to be able to. I can't anymore because I'm old and fat and out of shape. But
yeah,
there's no way. Yep, no way. Interesting.
Well, shout out to that guy.
Shout out to that guy for being able to whoop my ass with one arm. Yuck, man. I would like to do something awesome like that. What could I do? I don't know.
Yeah, what world record could you set? I'm just remembering that episode of Robin Big where where Big Black he ate like the powdered donuts or whatever, and they were very specific about you can't lick your lips, dude, or else you are disqualified. That's like the one thing I remember. And he did it.
I mean, I always wonder what Joey Chestnut wanted to be when he grew up. I doubt when he was 6 years old, he's like, man, I hope I could grow up to be a fucking slob.
He just like was eating a hot dog, and he got like somebody bumped him from behind, and the bun just fell into his cup of water. It's just like, oh my God, it's so simple.
A secret origin of Joey Chestnut.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh man, speaking of Superman, this is what I was gonna say. I saw that first Superman like not too long ago. And at one point in the movie, Lex Luthor like finds a radio signal that he knows only Superman can hear. And he uses it to communicate with Superman. And I was like, man, if I was Lex Luthor and I hated this dude, I would use that constantly just to fuck with him.
Oh yeah, you would spam him, right?
Oh yeah, like I can see your underwear, jerk. You're wearing your underwear on the outside of your pants there, fella.
Just like roasting Superman.
Yeah. Your mama wears army boots. Your refrigerator running, you better go catch it.
Ask him about his long distance service, all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Ask him for iTunes gift cards.
It's a real... Ooh, when's the last time you got an iTunes gift card? What did you purchase with it?
Do people use iTunes? Like,
not anymore.
I don't know.
It used to be a thing.
Because I'm like, hey, check me out on Apple Podcasts.
You're on
Yeah,
it.
anytime someone buys an iTunes gift card, I'm very suspicious. Like, no matter what the amount is.
Wait, they're still sold?
Yeah,
Oh no. Why? Why are you throwing money away,
I
people?
I don't know, man.
You know, you
I
can
do
get
not
like,
know.
I don't know, Spotify or this wacky invention that you might have heard of called YouTube. Like, what are you
Yep.
doing?
Yeah. I immediately think that it's some sort of scam.
I've recently become a vinyl hound. I'm one of those people.
Oh,
I'm real trendy
okay.
with my records.
Nice.
You know? Not too long ago was Record Store Day. Have you heard of this?
Record store day,
Yeah.
like on the calendar.
Oh yeah, it's on the calendar.
It's like, hey, today's record store day. Okay.
It's like hipster
Is there a
Christmas.
celebration that goes on?
What it is all these artists band together and release exclusive albums and stuff and release them only to independent record stores around the country.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it's just to support independent record stores, and Lord knows they need all the support they can get. So this year, me and Pookie, my girlfriend, whom I adore, went on Record Store Day because the Foo Fighters were putting out an album of Bee Gees covers. It was going to be exclusive to Record Store Day, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, I have to have this. So we got up early, went to the record store in Saginaw, Michigan, and there was a fucking line to get into this record store. Now, the thing about these records are they're limited edition. There's only a select amount that each store is allowed, and it's like a lottery system on who gets what. So it's really just a free-for-all. There was a goddamn kid that camped outside of this record store. He got there at 4 a.m. in downtown Saginaw and pitched a tent outside this
Wow.
record store. I'm glad he's still safe. I'm glad he was still alive. It looked
Right?
like he had the time of his life, but man, you got to be some kind of fanatic, some sort of vinyl hog to just do that.
Just to
Ugh.
be outside in general
I
for
know.
more than an hour
Yeah, what are you, some
is astounding.
crocodile hunter? Oof.
So
Outdoors.
did you get anything good? Did you
Oh, I acquired the Foo Fighters album. Well,
okay.
Pookie, my girlfriend whom I adore, acquired the Foo Fighters album. I also acquired one, and I did a shitty thing. Or was it?
Did you resell that bad boy?
I put that sumbitch on that eBay.com.
There you go.
Paid $25 for it. It sold for $150.
There you go. When you got into the store, did you two act like you didn't know each other?
Yep,
Like,
absolutely.
I
That's the scam. That's the con.
Pookie, when we get in there, I have to act like I don't adore you for a few minutes.
I'm
Okay.
not even going to look in your general direction. I can't let them suspect us.
I might throw up, but I have to do it for us.
And the sick thing is, we could have listed it for like more money and it would have sold. But I feel like that was a healthy profit. So it's the first time I've ever done anything like that. It's wild. I want to flip everything now. I just want to buy shit and flip it for something on eBay.
You're just gonna become in like 6 months. You're gonna be a house flipper.
Yeah,
It's just gonna be a house flipping podcast.
Yep, it is.
Like, how many corners can we cut and still sell this bad boy for a profit?
I'm gonna break into our friend Grant's house and steal his Funko Pops and sell them on eBay next. Don't tell him.
Okay, I won't. It'll be okay.
All right. Sweet.
Shh.
Sweet.
Would you ever press one of these episodes of this show to vinyl?
Oh, I'd love
or
to.
Would that be like a disservice to the industry?
I would love to. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
How
Like
can I-
Comedy Bang Bang did it. So,
Did they really?
I mean, you're just as big as them. So,
Well, if Ackerman can do it, so can I. God damn it!
that's right.
Is that his name, Scott Ackerman?
You got it.
Awesome.
First try.
Yeah. I'm glad you listen to that and not my podcast anymore.
That's what I do.
I know.
That's what I do.
Appreciate that. Love the support. You are a Twitch god now, aren't you? You play video games and people watch you. This is the era we live in. You're an old man, but you're doing this what the kids do. You play video games and people watch you and you make snarky comments while you do it. It's wild.
That's why I said I'm a content creator, because I am technically being paid for it. So let's go.
Do you actually? How much money do you make on a stream?
I am a Twitch affiliate, which means if you subscribe, I get half of that money.
Oh boy, how much you raking
which comes
in
out
these
to
days?
like $2.
Yeah,
Not much to even like, brag about, but it is kind of cool. So,
I mean, it's fun. You're doing something you would normally do anyways, and instead of ranting to yourself, you're ranting to an audience. So,
exactly.
Yeah,
it's a good way to grift off of your friends.
Yeah, I think at some point, if my co-host ever, graces me with his presence again, we were talking about doing the podcast like live on Twitch and just like, I don't know, taking questions or just riffing and bebopping and whatever.
Oh, you definitely should. You could set up like tiers for, donate this amount of money to,
I would set up all the tiers for fears. That's what I would do.
I'm still mad at Tommy. I'm just going to air this out on your show.
Oh, shit. We got a beef. Let's go.
When you were doing live stream for The Cure, I donated money.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, hey, here's a punchline. Now write a joke. And Tommy was like, I can't do that. I'm not going to write a joke.
Oh, man. That was a good impression. Also, I'm sorry you tuned in the live stream for The Cure for the Miserable Retail Slave segment, because that was a train wreck.
I'm sorry. I think it was like 2 years ago. I don't think I watched this year. My bad.
Well, that's good.
I guess
no, you didn't miss anything. I don't know.
Okay.
So
are you sure you want to do shows live on Twitch then?
Oh, I do. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah.
Train wrecks can be good.
Train wrecks can be good. I want to put forth my best effort on a thing that's raising money for cancer research.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever. Drop the ball. I redeemed myself. I was on for 2 hours, so
okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I was just going to say my favorite train wreck was the stream I did where there was a cricket in my room and I couldn't find it. So I'm just trying to play this video game while there's a cricket constantly going.
Oh, that's perfect, though. Every joke you told.
Yeah, I descended into madness.
Every joke you told had automatic crickets. It was great.
Absolutely. It's like crawling around my room. Where is this thing?
I don't mean to piss you off, but I kind of hear a cricket right now, so.
Not anymore.
Oh, man, PETA's going to be all over us. Jesus Christ. What is your Twitch handle there, pal?
It's twitch.tv/Matty F. MATTYF.
Oh, man, I don't think you got him. He's like back in full effect.
Really? I shut the window.
It's because he's in your house. Probably on
He's
your
not
shoulder.
in my house.
I'll
go shut the other window.
Do you have like a Jiminy Cricket in your life, but it's like actually on your shoulder and actually a cricket, and it doesn't just give you advice?
It's just a cricket.
Yeah, it just says chirp 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 in your ear.
Yeah, it's like the lady with the bird. It just rides around on my shoulder.
That's cool. That's my cricket. It's my emotional support cricket.
Yeah, that's right.
His chirps lull me into a sense of safety. Have you ever had an arch enemy, Matty F?
Just a customer for a time.
Ooh.
But I think she is. I don't know where she is anymore. She's probably dead. Why?
Well, I don't know. I just, you seem like a likable fella. I just want to know who really wants to ruin your days.
Ooh, well, mean, there's this guy that, you know, we grew up in the same town, and we like the same girl, and then we fought, and I'm trying to make something up. I got nothing.
Man. I was really buying it. You were really selling it there.
You know how, when there's this thing, and we didn't like each other. How am I doing?
Great. So great. How many
I'm trying to
bullies
make
did
you
you
my
have in
arch
high
enemy.
school? Did you have bullies in high school?
Not really. Like the stereotypical like bully who's gonna like throw you into lockers and stuff.
Yeah, me neither. It always
Yeah, we
blows
were
my
kind
mind.
of cliquey, but
It always blows my mind when people were like, "Oh, I had bullies. I was bullied." Like, really? Where did you go to school? An 80s John Hughes movie? Like,
yeah, I've never seen anything really like that. It's kind of funny, like, or like Boy Meets World or something.
yes.
Like
yeah.
Griff,
Yeah. Vader's son.
played by Adam Scott.
Oh, is
by
that
the way.
true?
Yes,
I didn't know
Adam
that.
Scott played a bully
Oh, that's great.
way back in the day.
Yeah, he's really fearsome and intimidating. That's the vibe I get.
That's true.
Yeah. What are you doing on that podcast of yours these days? Tell the folks about your latest epi of your
Latest.
award-winning pod.
Okay, let me look at my notes. It's been so long. I
What do you buy monthly now?
we're like 2 or 3 weeks. But last episode I talked about how camping went for 4th of July week, and I don't know how deep you want to get into it, but how we had a terrifying person just screaming in the middle of the campground the first night we were there.
Oh,
so that was a fun time.
Yeah, let's get into this because I went camping recently too. So I would like to hear this tale.
Okay, I'm not like a big outdoorsy person, but when we got there, I was just like, "Oh hell yeah, we can put our tent here, put our table here, set everything up." I was so excited. I was in a good mood, get everything set up, and we went and did fireworks or whatever, you know how you do for 4th of July.
That's how you do.
We settled in, got the kid to sleep pretty easily, which was nice. But 4 a.m, I just suddenly hear like, shut the fuck up! Shut your kid up! And it's like, how when you're outside, the sound just carries.
Yeah.
Because you're outside and there are no walls. So I just poked Morgan. I was like, "Morgan, what the fuck? Do you hear that? Someone is just yelling about a kid and shutting the kid up." Because like whenever we go camping, I'm conscious of the fact that we have a small child.
Sure.
And I'm like, okay, when quiet time hits, we got to quiet this kid down and get her to bed so she's not disturbing people. And then in my haze, like it's 4 a.m, I remember, oh yeah, her sister is a couple of campsites down with her husband and their 1-year-old.
Oh no.
And he's 1, so his sleep pattern, isn't quite there yet. And he's sleeping outside, which he isn't used to. So he's probably a little fussy. It turns out that this lady was just standing across the trail, just screaming at them to like shut their kid up and like put him in the car, as if the confines of the car are going to absorb all the sound. I don't know what her thought process was. But apparently at some point she was like, "Don't take a step toward me or I'm going to call the police." Which, I mean, they probably should have just like take one step and let her call the police. I mean, it's not illegal to walk towards someone. But yeah, but by the time I figured this out, like that it was probably her that was getting yelled at, the person in the campsite next to us just screamed, "No, you shut the fuck up." stupid bitch. Like 3 people just started screaming, no, you shut up. Like he's 1, you're an adult, what's your excuse, you psycho?
Yeah. He's 1, you're adults acting like you're 8. Say, no, you shut up. You shut up. You're a poop head. No, you're a stupid face.
Oh my God, it was so weird. Yeah, luckily she was leaving.
Yeah, my question was going to be, what did your sister-in-law and brother-in-law do? Because that's a tough situation. Like, how could I just, man, I don't know how I would react in that situation.
Yeah, she freaked out. They got in the car and drove away. They called the park the next morning, and they said, well, she checks out in a couple hours. We'll just kind of hang out and make sure she doesn't like shoot you or something before she leaves. But that just kind of put us all in a sour mood, the first morning.
That's rough. I mean, I told this bits of this story a few weeks ago, but I'll tell it again because it's fine. Me and Pookie went up north to the UP because her best friend was getting married in Marquette, Michigan. Beautiful Marquette, Michigan. It had been a long time.
Scenic.
Yeah, it had been a long time since I had been in the UP. I think since I was a little teeny tiny baby boy. So it was a kind of a treat for me. I got out of work like late. Yeah, for some reason. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got out of work late on that Friday, and the wedding was Saturday at 2 p.m. Well, from anywhere in Lower Michigan and getting to the very tippy-toppy of Upper Peninsula, Michigan, that's a drive. It's a 6-hour drive, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to get up at 7 a.m. and drive all the way there. That's brutal. Especially in the UP where you can drive for 3 hours and not see anything. It's very monotonous and also very beautiful and peaceful. So there you go. So we ended up going up the night before and staying in St. Ignace right over the Mackinac Bridge. And we got nice. Yeah, we went camping because hotel rooms were all $200 and a lonely campsite was $36, which is crazy to me. I'm like,
yeah,
why doesn't everybody camp at all times? So
absolutely.
So we pitched a tent, and that's not a euphemism. That's what we did. And we got all set up and everything. And then we went around and explored and came back. When we got back, I think it was around 10. And I was just tired because I had been up all day and all the driving and whatnot. So we get in the tent. We're just laying there, just talking. And all of a sudden, there's lights on the tent. I'm like, God damn it. Because I don't know, but secretly I do know that this is going to be a thing.
Yeah.
So I kind of sit up, and I hear this woman's voice. Hey. Oh, God.
NPC.
Yeah. Hey. You're in our spot. We paid for that spot. You're in our spot. Like, oh, God damn it. So
this is my nightmare.
Yeah. I'm like, are you serious? Like, the moment I saw headlights, I'm like, God. So we get out of the tent, and this lady is just belligerent that we're in her spot. Well, we're in spot 60. She's supposed to be in spot 60A, which seems like a poor numbering scheme because 61 comes after 60, does it not? Not 60A.
Why would they do that? Are they like 60A is just as good as 60, so we can't make it 61?
So I go out there and I'm like, well, this is our spot. And she's like, we cooked food here earlier. We cooked food. I'm like, oh my God, they were here earlier. Like, if we did not come back at the right time, what were they going to do to our tent? Set it on fire? And it was just this old woman and her old husband and whatever. So I'm like, no, this is our spot. And Pookie was like, oh, see, you got 60A. This is spot 60. We paid for this spot. This is our spot. So I marched my ass around the corner and I found 60A. And I marched back and I'm like, your spot's over there. It's right there. Oh
right next to us.
Yeah. We're sorry. We're so sorry. Oh. And so then I lay back down, whatever, we giggle. Oh, what a bitch. And then I can't sleep because all night it was like the Blair Witch Project out there. All these noises, all these children chattering away and talking. I'm like, there's no fucking babies out there. There's no fucking babies out there. The children of the corn running wild. I'm like, there's so much activity out there. I can't believe this is a thing.
Are you kind of like me when you're like, I'm like the annoying dad that's like, 10 o'clock is quiet time.
Yes.
Everyone shut the fuck up.
I'm pretty sure I said, isn't 10 o'clock curfew around here? Like, what's going on? Where are all these kids running around talking?
We're both lame.
Yeah, I know. And then I realized that some of these kids are having their wonder years at this moment. So I should just shut up and allow them to be delinquents, I guess.
That's right. Get out of the way.
Get out of the way. Damn it. You're ruining
I just like their argument of, we cooked food here.
Yeah. That was
sacred.
Yeah. And sure enough, there was like coals in the fire pit, and I'm like, I wonder what they cooked.
I'll bet they took those coals back. They're like, those are ours. We gonna one at a time walk them back over to 60A.
Those are our hot coals. We paid for those hot coals. And the best part, the part that really seals the deal, they slept in their fucking truck. They didn't even have a tent or anything.
Oh, God.
They parked in the spot and slept in their truck.
They could have camped anywhere.
Yeah, right?
Could have gone to a parking lot.
Ridiculous.
Whoops.
Oh, you're dropping shit, yo.
Dropping shit. It's okay.
It's okay.
Nothing broke, I think.
About to drop this mic because I think we've said what we're gonna say.
We've said our piece.
Yeah, we have. Tell people where they can find you, Matty F.
You can find me on Twitter at Matty Flummoxed. Check out the Flummoxed podcast and that Twitch that we talked about earlier, Matty F.
And not to mention soon. That's a shame.
That's a shame.
The Seinfeld podcast coming out soon.
I hope it comes out.
It will. It's happening. It's all happening, Cap'n. You can also find me on a Big Dumb Movie Show where we look at B movies and underappreciated cult classics with my friend Tomko. That's called Someone's Favorite Movie. And also, because I hate free time, Long Gone, a Detroit Tigers podcast, which is about the Detroit Tigers and their current happenings. Yes, I have 4 podcasts now.
You're a world. Content creator.
Yeah, I am. Creating all that sweet, sweet content. Matty F, thank you so much for filling in for that Tommy guy.
Thanks for having me, bud. I hope I did it justice.
You are
I hope I was serviceable.
Excuse me, you can't say that. That's gross. I don't know what that means. On that note, we'll see you next time. Until then, stay miserable. Bye-bye.